Hey everybody, my name is Dévi and welcome to The Connoisseur. Wow! Today I have my Summer TBR. Now, summer is one of my absolute favorite times to read. Sitting by the pool, sitting on the beach, sandy toes, wind in my hair. I love it all. I even love when my books come home smelling like sunscreen. I have a pretty long haul for you today, and the first half have titles that remind me of summer. They remind me of warmer weather and have long been sitting on my shelves waiting to be read, except for one that's from the library. The first book is Lost in the Garden by Adam Leslie. This is a book that is a folk horror book from Dead Ink Press. I fell in love with this cover. It's giving beauty, it's giving midsummer. Knowing that this is a horror book has gotten me curious about it. I don't really know what happens. It involves 3 girls looking for their friend, and that's as much as I know. So maybe there's a little mystery behind it. The reason I came across this book is because Dead Ink Press published Monstrilio, and I love Monstrilio, so I'm hoping to get that same sort of folky, fantastical horror vibes from this one. The next book is The Sea by John Banville. This book is about a man who moves back to the coast of Ireland, to a small town where he spent time as a child, to grieve his wife. This has been on my TBR for a long time, and I finally found it at a secondhand bookstore in near perfect condition. The next book is The Waves by Virginia Woolf. This stunning edition, I believe, belonged to my mother-in-law. It was in my husband's collection, and I have barely read any Virginia Woolf. And one of my other goals for this year was to read all of the classics I should have read a long time ago, and I'm adding this one to the list. And the cover is saying summer. The next book is The Light in August by William Faulkner. This is the book I got out from the library. My husband told me this is a great place to start with William Faulkner. I'm looking forward to getting into more of his writing this year. Now we are moving to outer space. The next book is The Hour of the Star by Clarice Lispector. I read Agua Viva by Clarice Lispector and absolutely loved it. This is, I think, has more of a structure to the story, but I'm not totally sure. Agua Viva was entirely stream of consciousness, and I loved every second of it, and I'm excited to read more Clarice Lispector. The final book in my Reminds Me of Summer pile is Orbital by Samantha Harvey. This book won the Booker Prize last year, and it's a very quick book about an astronaut orbiting the Earth and reflecting on the world. And I think nothing gets more summery than that. These next books are mostly classics that I really need to get reading. The first is Bonjour, Tristesse by Françoise Sagan. I don't really know a whole lot about this, and I don't really want to. There is a new movie coming out this year directed by Durga Chubose, and I cannot wait to watch it, but first I gotta read the book. The next book is Slow Dazed, Fast Company by Eve Babitz. The World, the Flesh, and LA. I love LA. I love spending time there. Almost our entire immediate family is in Los Angeles, so we spend a lot of time there. And I still have not gotten around to reading an Eve Babitz, but according to Lily Analick, I think that's her name, who wrote the book Didion and Babitz, this is a great place to start reading Eve Babitz. The next book is Someone by Alice McDermott. This book I picked up on a whim because the cover really attracted me. It was written in 2013 and it's about a woman growing up in Brooklyn. The summary of it sort of reminds me of A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, but I'll have to wait to make that judgment after I finish the whole book. The next book is If Beale Street Could Talk by James Baldwin with an introduction by Britt Bennett. I was really excited to be gifted this copy of this book, and I just finished Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin and absolutely loved it, of course. So I'm continuing my reading of James Baldwin this year, and next up is this, Beale Street Could Talk. The other author who I am embarrassed to say I have never read a book from is Toni Morrison. So I'm going to start with Beloved, and this is because this is the book I had on my shelf already. I'm very excited to make my way through all of her books, but I figured I would start here and then probably move on to The Bluest Eye. If you recommend another order of reading her books, please let me know in the comments. I'm taking any and all suggestions. That's all for my summer TBR. Have you read any of these books? I'm also planning to add some big books into my TBR. I made a video entitled The Case for the Big Book, and I would be a hypocrite if I did not try to read some big books in the summer too. So I'll be adding one of those from my previous TBR to this pile of excellent books. I cannot wait for summer reading to start. The weather is so beautiful out, and I feel summer tingling in my bones. Anyway, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!